So today is part 2 of some videos that I'm making touring my food forest here, and today I'm going to actually go over the front yard food forest. So I'm going to start with this tree here. This is a sour cherry. I don't know the exact variety, but it's probably my favorite tree that I have. I have pruned it to a pretty open center. I think this is about the third year it's been in the ground, and we definitely got some cherries this year. And underneath, I actually have a bunch of oregano that is living mulch. Moving along, here we have a bush sweet cherry. I haven't got any cherries yet from it, but hopefully next year. I did have one flower, but it fell off. Here's another cherry tree, but it's a sweet cherry. Same thing here. I have a bunch of oregano underneath as a living mulch, along with some French sorrel, which is great in salads. Moving on down, another bush cherry and a plum tree. And the plum tree also has a living mulch of chives. If you look towards the back, I have a few raspberry plants. They haven't really done too much. I put them in last year. This is a high bush cranberry. It's not a true cranberry, it's actually a viburnum. I haven't got any actual fruit from it yet. This will be the second year I've had it, so I can't really say how it tastes, but hopefully this year we'll find out. Some more raspberries. There is a grape that I'm going to eventually trellis all the way down that fence. This tree right here was a multi-grafted stone fruit tree, and the only one that really has survived is what I'm thinking is the apricot. The other ones get leaf curl and then that branch dies, so that's what we got there. Got some tree collards. This here is a gummy berry loaded with flowers. And just today, I planted I transferred from the side garden. There is a boysenberry. And then right down there, I have a loganberry. And then there is a marionberry that will be coming up. All of those are vining brambles that I will be trellising along the fence there. There's also lots of little blackberries that really haven't done too much for the last couple years along the base of the fence. There's another gummy berry. Both of those are actually different varieties. This is a little brown turkey fig that has done absolutely nothing. I think this is its third year. Chicago hardy fig, which I think is dead. Find out here shortly. Another grape. Again, I'm going to be trellising those grapes all along the fence. This is a black raspberry. More black raspberries. I have put the tips into the ground so that I can propagate them, which you can see right here. This one, the tip of this was into the ground, and then I just snipped it, and it's actually got some little growth coming off the base of it. It's a lot of other shrubs that I have here. Let's move right over here along this part of the fence. These are Primark Freedom and Primark Traveler. I have yet to get any. Hopefully this year I get some. The new canes that are coming up are real nice. They're actually primocane fruiting, so hopefully I'll get some off the tip there. We'll see. We have some sage, lavender, chives. This shrub right here is a silverberry. They're a little bit astringent, but pretty tasty. This plant here is a white blackberry. Alpine strawberry. There's another alpine strawberry right there next to more oregano. This is one that I'm really excited about. This is a thornless trailing blackberry called a Columbia Giant. I haven't got any yet, but there's definitely some at the tips there. So it's supposedly one of the biggest blackberries that you can get. I did the same thing. I put the tip in the ground and you can actually see a little cane coming up right there, so that way we can propagate it. There's also some brand new growth right here. You can see those coming up. That's pretty exciting. Thyme. This plant right here, I just put in. That's a loquat, a little bit of sun damage. We'll see what that does. Supposedly it's a little bit tough to grow here because it will flower early, and if you get a frost, you lose the fruit. It's a pink blueberry. I think that's the pink lemonade. All along here, I have propagated strawberries. Kind of, that ground layer. All kinds of raspberries here in this pot. Right here I have a lingonberry along with another one right down there. More oregano. Lots of other herbs too, kind of dispersed throughout. This one right here is a gooseberry, and I haven't got any yet, but we got some there, so hopefully those will make it, and this will be the first year I get gooseberries. Never eaten one before, so pretty excited. Alright, let's move right down over here. This is a really pretty tree slash shrub, whatever you want to call it. It puts on its leaves real late. This is a mulberry. And all along here, I have different varieties of blueberries. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that one is actually a huckleberry right there. Right here we have some autumn olives. Those were really tiny when I put them in. I got them really cheap. They were like little twigs. Here's a giant Fuyu persimmon, which has really struggled the last couple years. I think each winter part of it dies. So I have a few branches left. We'll see what happens there. Some more blueberries. This is a really nice shrub. I love this one here. This is the amber autumn olive, loaded with flowers. I got a couple last year and they tasted really good, so hopefully I get a lot more this year. Right here is a cool one. This one is a citrus. It is a yuzu. It's a cold hardy citrus. Put it in last year, so it made it through the winter, so that's exciting. This is a red currant. Lots of little flowers there. All along the fence there is actually going to be, underneath there is sunchokes. So that's going to fill up with sunchokes, and they will basically be about as tall, if not taller, than the fence there. What I'm doing this year, something a little bit different than in the past, is I'm going to use my front yard to grow all of my squash. So right here I have some zucchini planted. right? Here I have all kinds of winter squash planted along the fence line, and I'm gonna have all of them vine into the yard here. Let me give you sort of an overview of the whole yard so you can kind of see it all. I guess one more thing I could show you is I planted 4 trees. There's 2 plums and 2 apples in that area on the other side of the sidewalk. So the idea is that those are going to grow a little bit bigger and create sort of a privacy hedge, so I don't have to see the neighbors there. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. The next video is actually going to be a tour of the backyard food forest.